Dungeons and Dragons begins in a moment.
Kavlaran and Bizard, you're making your way through a forest path. You'd been led by Thane up to a point, but he got called back because another child appears to have been missing. So he went back to investigate that and gave you as clear directions as he could to the clearing that they know of, where Bonwyn and Alydin were presumed to have gone missing. You are weaving through this path, and the thicket is getting dense, and it's encroaching on the path that it's going around you. But up ahead, you see that there is a bright light, bright sunlight coming down, and what appears to be a clearing opening in this thick forest.
Is there an obvious parting in the trees above, or is this supernatural?
As you get closer, it does appear that the forest itself is clearing this opening. So you step up to it, and you poke your head through, and there's this almost like meadow, tall grass. It's blowing in the wind, in this circular pattern of trees that is now wide open. On the other side of this clearing, you see the trees look very similar on your side until they get to the other side, and then they get more gnarled and gangled isn't a word. Withered, yeah, gnarled and withered. You step out into it, and the wind begins to pick up, and you hear echoes of
with arms wide open.
You hear echoes of Scott Stapp, who's calling you forward. No.
How could you resist?
That's right. I'm there, yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons is a D&D actual play podcast, and I'm your dungeon master, Russ Moore, he, him. Also with me today is Amy Moore as Alydin, she, her.
Alydin's got some common sense that Amy herself does not have.
Carla Maxted as Bonwyn Everbane, she, her.
Probably pauses on the stairs till the making out starts, then she's out.
Tom Laird as Kavlaran Goldweave, he, him.
I'm wise, I'm just a little dumb.
And Kyle Classett as Bizard the Wizard, he, him.
I'm smart, not very wise.
Dungeons & Dragons is a Patreon-supported podcast, and you can join us today for a 7-day free trial at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, where we have an entire other podcast for you and an amazing community that you can be a part of the second you join. We want you to come check it out. Just give it a little taste. Patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. We'll see you over there. And now, fuck it, let's play.
You make your way out into this clearing, and Bizard, you take a couple steps out, and you trip on something. You look down, and there is a wooden toy that you trip over.
I'm gonna bend down and pick up the toy, and look at Cav. Say, I guess a child's been this way, so.
I mean, it certainly seems that way. The trees don't look fun, though.
No, those over there definitely don't.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
If children are disappearing and something looks ominous and creepy, that's likely the way to go. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the right way. Yeah.
I guess so. Let's go there.
Yeah, let's do it. And I slowly pull my little warhammer from behind my back. Let's
go. How little is it?
I mean, it's a normal size.
Oh, okay.
You did do it as if
you're just being demure.
Your movements were as if it was 6 inches long.
Like you had a big one and then you had a little one.
The up close one? Yeah.
Right? It's your sneaky warhammer and your loud.
It's just one of those clubs.
Yeah. It's got your stamp on it for your job.
Yeah.
Oh!
Saves so much time.
Yeah.
You cautiously stepping out into the clearing, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. One other thing I'd want to do is, do I recognize if this toy belongs to any specific child?
I didn't really
Yeah, like
describe
a
it to you.
recognition throw.
You pick it up and it looks like a train, or at least a portion of like a wooden train set.
Okay, trains exist in our world.
Are we talking
good to know.
caboose? Are we talking engine?
Sometimes I have questions about whether trains exist.
Always.
Yes.
I always, trains exist in this world. I really like trains. They're going to exist in this world. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
I'm for it.
Yeah, you have to take boats up rivers to get places, but trains exist in this world. The infrastructure for trains isn't as good as it should be, but they're getting there. Yeah, you take a look at it. It looks like it's well worn. It doesn't specifically stand out to any of the children you've seen around the town.
It's most likely a child's toy.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Though. Yeah.
Well, and to the point, do I actually recognize it as a train, or is this like I don't know what this is? I know
That is
we were
a
joking
good
moment
question.
ago.
That
I
is
feel
a
like you're
good
worldly,
question.
though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've read so many books. One of them had to have
Well,
a
I mean,
train in it.
surely at the school for magic and
Dance and battles.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it?
Magic,
Yeah.
fighting, and dance.
Bernhard
Fighting.
Swans.
fighting and dance.
Yeah.
Yes, surely there was a book about train.
So yeah, to that point, you do recognize it as a train.
Sick.
You don't recognize it specifically as a toy you've seen any of the children.
Sure, it's
orphans
not like
or otherwise
Aladdin's
around
bucket
town.
where you
exactly.
go, oh, well, I know that one.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
like that. Oh, that's Gerald's. You know, like that. You don't know that.
Classic Gerald.
Classic. Small
These are so
Always
into
leaving
trains.
trains everywhere.
Yeah. Look, Gerald's have to start as children too. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
And just so
baby
everyone
Geraldine.
knows, Gerald starts with a J in this case.
Yeah.
You thought it was a G.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Nope. That's
Thank you for that
wrong.
clarification.
I got a 12 on my wisdom save.
I got a 17.
Interesting. That's not the way I thought it was going to go.
I'm wise. I'm just a little dumb.
I'm smart, not very wise.
Together, we're a great team.
So you're examining this toy and you're taking a few more steps, and you're both of you kind of like trip over some more toys, and like as the grass gets a little more sparse towards the middle of this, you notice there's toys littered all over this clearing. Cav, as you're kind of taking this scene, picking up a couple as you're going, this isn't looking great. You look over at Bizard, and he is now like eyes locked on these gnarled trees on the other side, just like straight walking, and he's even picked up his pace. You see him kind of like roll his ankle on a couple of toys. It looks like he is
Various Legos.
I know this is creepy, but I'm imagining like he steps and this thing's got a wheel and it's like whoop,
Yeah,
and
it's
then he
a
catches
little
himself
slapsticky,
and then
yeah.
it's like there are marbles or
Mr. Bean style.
yeah, very physical.
but
comedy.
he is like locked on these trees, making his way forward. It looks like he's under an influence of sorts.
All right. And I kind of start to hustle over and call it, Bizarre, are you good?
There's no response.
I don't think he's good. Okay. And I just like hustle over right behind him sort of thing. So I'm like, not like grabbing him, but like right there. So like if I need to pull him back from something, I can.
Okay.
Like when you are actually following a child and you like are
And you're, like,
holding
just-
on to
just, like,
the
right
back of their
about to
shirt,
do
they
it.
can't feel you holding them, but you got them.
Yeah. You got him.
Yeah, so whether you touch his shoulder or not, like he's not acknowledging you, and he's walking towards these trees. As you're getting closer, the winds start to pick up. This doesn't really affect you, Bizard, but Cav, like the winds are picking up. The grasses are like whipping at your legs as you're going by, and you hear like clattering sounds behind you.
That's always unsettling. I'll look behind me.
You look behind you and you see movement in the grass as these toys that you've been tripping on and like kicking aside are all kind of starting to come together and build into this creature that is
Voltron
all
of
of
toys.
these
Like a toy
Voltron of
skeleton?
toys behind you. And it like draws this hammer, like almost a mirror of the hammer that you have on.
So it's little.
I knew it. It's a tiny little personal
Oh yeah,
hammer.
it's a tiny little person hammer. Yeah, and it's now charging towards you specifically.
All right, I like grab Bizarre's shoulder and like roughly kind of try to pull him out of whatever he's in, while I'm like also trying to protect us both as this thing's rushing towards.
Oh.
I just push Bizard out of the way and then leave.
Yeah. I push him towards the beast and I run.
Trip him and then I'm out.
Alydin,
Yeah.
we left you. You were previously in the back room of Bizarre's.
Yep.
You'd found a small puzzle box that felt hollow but quite heavy. It had runes and letters on it. And you had exited through a back door that you had never really been through. You'd assumed it just went to an alleyway. But you exited into this dark space. And that's where we find you now, is you are in this dark void. And there's
Just
So
like
out of
always.
character. Yeah. All right.
there's
Alone and dark.
yeah,
The way I like it.
some of the space begins to come into view for you. There's like a candle light, or what you can presume is a candle light, down at the end of a long hallway.
Well, I'm going to walk toward the only light that's there. I look down. Do I have my bucket?
Yes, you still have your bucket. I think we said you maintained your bucket.
I
in the
want to
last one.
rummage through my bucket to find the matches and candle that I have in there. And I want to light myself a candle.
Okay.
Alydin's got some common sense that Amy herself does not have. I'm gonna light a candle.
That's the nice thing about D&D is you can really stretch out
Right?
like what you're used
Fantasy
to.
world. I can be my best self here. I want to do that.
Yeah, you light the candle, and it gives off some light around you. It's not as bright as you would otherwise assume it is. You can make out just rough walls. You are down this hallway, and you look back, and the door that you came in was gone.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
I do want to walk toward what looks like candle. Like, is it flickering or is it just a steady glow?
Yeah,
I don't love a steady glow. That's
No.
like unnatural.
Yeah.
No, it does appear to be flickering. Like there's some, not like a big wind, but there is some
Yeah.
air movement in the space where it exists.
Okay, I'm going to cautiously walk towards it, but I want to hold my candle out and I want to can I inspect the walls to see if there are is there writing? Are there bloody claw prints? Are there fingernails stuck in the wall?
It's a good
These
question.
are the things
These
I
are all
want to
great
know.
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
Oh god.
Dare I try that dice that gave me a 20 last time? No, because what if it gives me 20 again on an investigation? No, forget that. Okay, I'm gonna go with these ones. 17. Oh, you moved that for me. Oh, okay. 21.
Okay.
Alydin's smart.
Nothing but fingernails.
Oh my god! I just got the worst visual. My mind can conjure too good a picture.
It's like an old floral wall print. But the floral is all fingernails. Yeah. No. No, you bring your candle up to it.
Truly awful.
awful.
Yeah. You bring the candle up to it, and it is like it's old wallpaper, like old worn wallpaper. There isn't really a pattern to it. It looks like it's like just a faded blue,
Oh, okay.
blue green. But there's something familiar about it to you. You can't put your finger on it exactly.
I ponder on that as I continue to carefully, moving my candle, along the wall, along the floor in front of me, because I don't want to trip on toys. As above, so below.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go real slow.
Yeah, the floor.
Speak only rhymes now.
The floor, the closer you get to the light at the end of this hallway, becomes more like old hardwood, and it starts to creak under your feet. You continue to make your way down, and nothing else really changes. Everything kind of comes more into focus. And as you get to what is this doorway that you've been walking towards, you look through, and the light of this candle is illuminating what looks like an older kitchen. There's a long wooden table in the middle. I mean, it looks quite cozy, and there is that same familiarity you felt. Like there's a warmth to this kitchen. There's cupboards up along the walls. There's 3 chairs all around this table, and then there are placings set for a lunch or a dinner.
Would you say that this place, the familiarity, am I getting a homesick feeling? Is it just one of those nagging, I've been here before type feelings.
I would say probably more a homesick feeling.
Don't make me cry today.
Do it.
Yeah, I think first Alydin looks. Sorry, you said the candle was on the table.
Yes.
And the table's set for
Looks like
set for 3.
set for 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to look around to see if there are any doors in this kitchen, or is this like a dead end?
You're just poking your head kind of through just to see if you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you look in. There's a window above a sink or like a sink basin, and you look around, and it looks like there's one egress, which looks like you can't quite make out. It's a little darker through there, but it looks like a hallway leading to another room. So it's not a closed space that you're walking into.
Okay. But it is empty of any other.
There doesn't appear to be any people in there as of this moment.
So Alydin cautiously walks in and, like any 14-year-old, starts to poke around and look in cabinets and under the sink and just pretty much if there's a knife on the table, like are there cutlery? Are there cutlery? Are there be cutlery?
There's cutlery. Yeah, knife, fork, spoon, cha-cha-cha. Yeah.
I want to just kind of slowly put a knife into my bucket as I continue to peruse and see what the hell is this place.
Yeah. You're pulling cupboards open and you're seeing dishware and glasses, pulling drawers, and you find the utensils in the junk drawer and all that sort of things.
And these are like full, like this is like a functional.
Fully functional.
There's a junk drawer. What do I see in the junk drawer? I'm interested.
There's string, needle and yarn. There's what else would
Old
exist?
sauce packets.
Old sauce packets. Yeah.
Takeout menus. Yeah.
Ramen packets that just says flavor.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take the
sauce packets. Yeah.
Yep.
100%. That could be like, that's just pocket sand, but with flavor.
Absolutely.
I want to take the string and the needle and the thread and the crafty kind of I could do something with
Like
this.
useful
I might
stuff.
need this. Yeah. And if there are also any other candles in the junk drawer, which is where people might usually keep them in the event of.
You find a couple candles as you're looking through, one full and one like half burnt down. Yeah.
I'll take both of those as I continue to snoop.
And as you continue to look through the space, you hear footsteps coming from down the other hallway.
Am I in line of that hallway, or am I, can I be seen by the person or thing walking through the hallway?
Not at this moment. No.
Okay, is there a cabinet I could fit in?
Yeah, you could probably fit under the sink basin.
All right. Whew, I'm under there. Really quiet, like sneaky.
Great. You hear you pull the doors closed, and then the footsteps are getting closer, and it's one pair. Sounds like it's a woman wearing high heels, clacking down the hallway. They move over to the table, and you hear them like moving the cutlery, and there's a pause, and then they move to one of the drawers and pull out a knife and go set it back at the table.
My heart is racing. I'm like, oh no, shit. I made sure to close everything. I'm sure of it, but then I took a knife. They're gonna miss the knife, stupid Alydin.
And then you hear them move back towards the hallway, and they call down the hall, and it is a woman's voice, and you hear her call, Alydin. Oh. Alydin, dinner's just about ready. Fuck, I'll
Is this character going to talk a lot? Do you want Carla to be a woman?
It's okay.
Carla,
I
can
think
you do
every
that?
character is going to be a little bit voice cracky today.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair. Can I see, is there a crack, or have I shut myself
There's
in?
a bit of a crack, but you're not able to see much through
Yeah. Okay.
without propping the door
It's got the
open a little
child
bit.
safety clips on it.
Absolutely.
Damn it, I'm never getting
You're
out
never
of
getting
here.
out. You live in there.
Okay. Well, I am sweating. I think she's calling me, and so I say nothing. I'm like, crazy woman, I don't know who you're talking about. No one else is here.
After a moment, you hear another set of footsteps, heavier footsteps, and they come into the space, and you hear them talking. You can't quite make out what they're saying. And the woman then says, "Have you seen Alydin?" The man's voice says, "No, I haven't seen her. She must be out playing right now." And they continue getting dinner ready.
Oh, I sit tight. I'm confused, kind of upset, kind of want to go out there, but I feel like I'm too skeptical to think that this is a real thing, and I'm just gonna wait. Because nothing good ever happens to Alydin, so nothing good can come of this right now.
Welcome to the middle, everybody.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we definitely weren't just talking about something totally unrelated to the middle.
Not at all.
No,
We're
8 seconds ago, we're here in the middle and we are all focused and ready.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's
that?
100%. We've totally planned everything that we're going to do for this and future middles. Probably.
Oh, wow. We really
Yeah.
got to it.
We are
proud
planning
of us.
everything right now. We're really we're back from all these sicknesses. We're hitting the ground running, as they say. So
110%.
who wants to kick off this one with all the things we just talked about?
Okay, well, we're back, so
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
We are, I was gonna say we're back. No, I already said that. That was point
So,
one.
we're
You've been
back.
listening. This is now the second episode you've listened to since we've been back.
Oh shit, Russ was saying that our schedule's like on track for shit.
Yeah, so
yeah.
so we should be around,
And more
doing
and that's
consistent.
exciting.
And part of that schedule is Cyberpunk Season 2, which you haven't even listened to Season 1 yet.
But like, let
But
me
you're gonna
tell
like
ya.
it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna
know you're
like
gonna
it.
want it.
You're gonna
We already
love it.
know.
Yeah.
That's why we're already rolling into season 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
So there's
yes,
no
yes.
downtime between seasons like there usually is with
Exactly.
single
Exactly,
series
I
that
mean-
we do. Yes, but yeah, it's going to be a great time. And I don't know what else we have going
What
on. We're
about,
just-
is it a secret?
It's-
Like the changes to the things
Like a
in
new
Patreon?
hashtag?
Is that a secret?
Yeah, let's hang on to that.
That's a
one.
secret. Hey,
That's a
what-
secret.
Mind your business.
What
You don't
about-
get to know.
Our
Yeah.
marketing.
No, that's a secret.
That's also a
Secret.
That's a
secret.
Go back
secret.
15 seconds and
Okay.
skip forward 30.
Or just
Right.
know,
Yeah.
just know that there's a couple fun announcements
Couple
that are
fun
currently
announcements coming.
secrets.
Gotta make some
but we'll be
internal
forever.
announcements first before we start
Right.
dropping bombs. You know,
I'm always trying to give away the secrets. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Well, these seem like little special moments where it's just like, hey,
I know,
let me tell you something.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
can't
here's
tell
a
you.
secret. It's not a secret. But if you become a patron at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, you get an episode dedicated to you. That public knowledge,
Public
including
knowledge.
this evening's patron or this afternoon's or this morning's. I don't know when you're listening.
generic time of
This
days
day's
patron,
patron.
Tiffany Parrott.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Tiffany.
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 Thank you, Tiffany.
I love
Can
a
I share a
Tiffany.
fun fact about the name Tiffany that sounds fake but is real?
Yes.
Okay.
Love. Go.
Okay, so there's this thing in writing, I guess, called the Tiffany paradox, which is that the name Tiffany, when would you think that name kind of was popular and originated?
90s.
I was going to say like
I'd say
1986.
Late
Right.
70s.
I was just early 1900s.
So the name Tiffany is in the Bible.
Really?
But even if you're writing something like set way back when, you can't use that name, even though it's accurate, because we all associate
Sure.
it with like
It
it's a very
doesn't feel
modern
like
name.
it fits. Yeah. in an more
Anyway, I
olden
hope that's a
times.
true fact that I heard on a podcast about the name Tiffany.
It's
Tiffany,
true
correct
now.
me
We've
if
said
that
it
is
on another podcast.
total BS.
Yeah.
Now it's on 2
Now-
podcasts. It's fact.
Yep.
It's
I have a
fact.
question. Is it a podcast about the name Tiffany, or is it a podcast about names and that one just happened to come up?
I think neither.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was a podcast with an author who like brought it up in the context of like that paradox, how they were going to use the name and their editor was like, you can't use this because it makes people think of a modern time
Dates them
and
in
your
a
book is
certain
not
time.
set
Sure.
in a modern
Okay.
time. Fascinating.
Interesting.
You know, someone's got to break that barrier, though.
It's
Right.
true.
That's right.
And they have to
Our
have a
next
blurb
Bible
at the beginning
adventure
of the
is
book.
going to be filled with
Or
Tiffany's.
even like let's do a Middle Ages show and it'll be wall to wall Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good
Why not?
episode
Oops,
title.
all Tiffany's.
Oops, all Tiffany's.
Sorry, I feel like I stole that from you.
No, it's all. I was just gonna say wall to wall Tiffany's. That's a good name of the episode.
Yeah.
But oops, all Tiffany's. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tiffany. You can
Yes.
you can join Tiffany over in the Patreon Discord community by joining us at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, and we hope to see you over there. It's a great time. We have lots of friends.
Now it's just trailing
We
off awkwardly.
have friends.
It's
We
great.
definitely have friends.
Definitive statement. You'll like it.
Yeah, you will.
Like you'll like the rest of this episode if we ever let you get back to it.
Nah.
What about now?
This is the rest of the episode. Is
now?
us just
Love you, bye.
awkwardly talking
Yep.
about the. No, okay.
Bonwyn, we find you at the top of the stairs of Everbane's, because that's where your bedroom was. And there's flickering candlelight coming from downstairs. There's the sound of soft music playing, sounding from outside. Unless you say otherwise, you start to make your way down, and you come out into the forge at Everbane's, and your parents are dancing in candlelight. There's some traveling bards outside, and they just are having a moment.
Well, that's lovely. I mean, Bonwyn would stop.
Collaborate and listen.
Yes.
No, I'm not sorry. We talked about this yesterday.
Stop, collaborate with the bards to allow her parents to have this kind of like beautiful moment, even though part of her is like, ugh. But also it's like, it's nice, you know? Mm-hmm. It's nice to have parents that love each other and like, yeah. So probably like, you know, pauses on the stairs just to like, till the making out starts. Then she's out.
No. And it is a sweet moment, and it goes on for the length of the song, and then you hear the bards. They making their way down the street. They finish their dance. They do have a little kiss, and you see them talking sweetly to each other. And then there's a little creak of the stairs, and both of them look up and see you, and they call you down.
And I go to the warm embrace of my family.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alydin.
It's okay. I'm in a cupboard, which I mean,
Of
just
course you
fits.
are.
Pretty standard.
You put yourself there. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Look, when you
I'm
only
worried about
know
a little.
one
I'm
thing,
worried about
Russ.
Coraline situation.
Yeah.
Like, are
Yeah,
they going to try to
100%.
sew buttons
100%
on
you're
my
in a
eyes?
Coraline
I don't
situation.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for you and your happy family, or whatever.
And your dad calls you over, and he says, Bonwyn, I made you something. And he goes over to the forge and grabs, from what you can see without him actually showing you, like it's a wrought iron piece of something. And he comes around and shows it to you, and it's this very intricate wrought iron reindeer. And he hands it to you and says, I've been working on this for a while, and I thought you'd really like it. And he hands it over to you, and it's sharp and jagged, and all the as a lot of the pieces that he makes are. But it is quite an amazing piece that he's put together.
In this situation, spatially, like, am I little? Like, because
Yeah.
am I kid size?
Yes.
Okay. I assumed, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna take it. Thanks, Dad. And like, look at it because again, I've probably been, if not already training with him, then watching him work. So I'm probably interested in like the functionality of it, or like how he did it in addition to just getting, you know, cool toy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is my inspiration for intricate things. I don't know.
Yeah, and you're looking
Or
at
it's
it.
a poison thing. It's probably something terrible. In this moment, I love it. I know how Russ works, so.
Yeah, it's not our first rodeo.
Yeah. Sweet moments that turn sour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never trust a child. Never trust a woman in the woods. They're both witches.
Exactly.
Both witches. That's exactly correct.
Yeah, he hands it to you, and he's looking at your face just to see, how the excitement on it, hopefully, and he kind of pats you on your head, and then turns around and goes back to work. And it's late, so you don't assume he's going to be going back to work. But your mom moves upstairs in the space, and he begins hammering down on whatever he's working on.
Even though Yeah, I mean, it's late at night. Probably tired, but I'm still going to stay and watch, like, what he's doing. Kids never want to go to bed.
No.
Gotta stay up. What's happening?
But all I want is to go to bed.
I know.
So
Things really change at a certain
Things
point.
really change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flip.
Yeah, you don't know where that shift happens, but
It
one day
does.
you wake up and you're like, I'm just going to bed all
Yeah,
the time.
exactly.
Yeah, you peek over his shoulder and see what he's working on, and he's working on this. It looks like a long sword. The handle is very intricately done. There's a coat of arms on it that you don't really recognize, but he's working away hard on it. Like he's beginning to like buckets of sweat are pouring down, and it looks like he's gone into this like trance state as he's hammering away at this blade.
Can I insight that to see if that is like his normal, in his flow state of like working at a repetitive task he's done before, or if like something weird's happened?
Yeah, please roll an insight.
Take your pick.
I can't. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God. It's the OG Theodice. Yep.
Yep,
That
it
tracks.
sure is. So that's a 4. 4.
Your insight is a -2?
Sure is.
Wow.
Don't use this one anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that to the side. Wow.
Owen Wilson's playing at the table today. It's amazing.
He just hasn't had a turn yet.
Yeah.
He's here.
Well, we have an empty chair here.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that
Yeah.
since we actually started recording. Of course, once everything's set up. I'm like, why are we 3 on this side? We've left Kyle all by himself over there and Russ at the head of the table.
Yeah.
Why
It was
didn't we
certainly
do
a
2 and
choice.
2?
Yeah.
Because we're saving that one for Owen Wilson.
That's right.
Like we
Who
always
should
do.
be here any minute.
Just in
Any
case he
minute.
arrives. We always invite him.
Wow.
All right, neighbors, let's just go open that door and see who's here.
So with that 4 insight check, what do
yeah.
I know?
Nothing. You've never seen. Is
Yeah,
that
he
even
looks
your
normal.
father?
Yep. Who knows? Who am I? I don't know.
With the 4 insight, something seems off. You don't know what it is though. Like it's not your, even with a 4, like this isn't your dad's normal pace. Like he is.
Is he a
working-
man possessed?
Yeah. Like there is something that stands out as odd about this.
Okay. Maybe just like, Dad? Are you okay?
And like hammer held up as he's going down and like stops and just like places it down on the bench that's beside him, like pulls the blade and he turns around and the blade's like red hot. And he doesn't look like your dad anymore. Like his face is like twisted in a sense. And his hair is beginning to get like frazzled and frayed. And he is moving towards you, and you're suddenly not childlike anymore. Like you are yourself in this space. And he's like becomes more animalistic. Like he is like hunched over, and like coming towards you.
Great. I'm gonna throw that sharp caribou. What'd you say it was? Reindeer.
Reindeer.
That's the
Yeah.
same thing.
That is the same thing.
Yes, similar. Yeah, similar. Family.
Genus, yeah.
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 I'm going to chuck that at him and run like for the door, like the front door.
Okay. You want to make a ranged attack roll. So roll plus dexterity.
A ranged deer attack.
A ranged deer.
Your dex
Also
is
have
great.
dice in here, Carly. if you
Oh,
want.
right. What am I doing? Ranged attack. That's a 10. So 16? 16.
Yeah. So you whip this thing at this creature. This isn't your
not
dad
dad.
anymore. You're not dad.
Your dad mimic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You whip this thing at this creature who's coming towards you, and it like impales in in its chest. It lets out this like guttural groan, and you bolt for the door and throw it open, and you're in this like wide open field with like all of these brambled, like thorny patches that like catch on your pants as you walk out into them. And you turn around and look, and like there's this wooden shack, and you see this creature like pull this reindeer out of its chest and throw it to the ground. And now it's like running on all fours trying to get towards you.
Oh, jeepers. Well, I'm... Yeah. Yeah, am I still at the door?
Yeah,
Or
you're
if I
like a
run out?
couple steps
Okay.
out. You could close it if you
Yeah.
want.
Okay, close the door. Not going to
Yeah.
do much, but you're right.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea. And then, I mean, I'm just going to run
Okay,
because there's nothing else to do at this point.
great. Back in the clearing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So you, Cav, like push Bizarre down? Like what do you?
I tried to like grab his shoulder and spin him back towards me so he could look at this weird toy monster that is now formed.
Okay, so you're
And hopefully break whatever.
jostling him in
Yeah.
such a way, not to try and cause him harm or anything.
Nope. I mean, he's probably going to trip over some toys, but
Yeah.
He has been this entire time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, just in your trance state, we'll say that you do trip, you fall down, Bizarre, and it does, for even the briefest moment, break this trance that you're in. You get a flash and you see this homunculus of a creature charging towards you, which is enough to like shake you completely from whatever trance you were in. You look around in the space. For you, you remember being on the other side of the clearing, and now you're really close to these gnarled trees. This creature running towards you and Cav. You look back to where you were walking, and there is this one tree that has caught your attention, has this huge opening in it, which is where you were previously following him to. And Cav, now with hammer drawn, is ready to fight this creature. So let's roll initiative.
Sick.
You guys, this is so fun around
so
the table.
that's an 8.
Having the best time.
So fun.
We've been doing it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So Cav, 8, Bizarre.
21.
21. 21, Bizarre. And then this creature.
Cav's like, wake up. You need to fight first.
You're up.
Okay.
Like, you fell on Lego. Like, I bet you are ready to punch something. Like,
I know I would be.
yeah. I stepped on Lego just Friday. So, it's
That's
really
the
hitting home for me.
worst. Okay, so Bizarre, you're startled out of this trance. You just getting your bearings. You are first up. So I mean, feel free to have a brief moment with Cav to try and figure things out if you need to. But yeah, you're first in initiative here.
Yeah. Come out and say, I'll clean him up. Shit, wait, where are we? Oh shit, cat.
Yeah. I mean, we're like the bad trees are there. This thing's here. We got a problem.
Run to the hole in the tree?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud and stand up. And like, so the area, 20-foot area from where I'm centered is like heavily obscured, but keeping a beat on the direction of where that was. I'm gonna grab Cav's hand and be like, this way.
Okay.
And scream, fog cloud.
Yeah.
It's a real Batman move.
Yeah, exactly.
Really try not to step on any toys to give away your location.
Oh yeah. No, that's
Oh, if there's a
definitely
squeaky
gonna
one, we're done for.
Oh,
Right?
now it's just rubber ducks everywhere.
Oh.
Jeep owners.
So for Fog Cloud, what kind of disadvantage does that give?
So it pretty much just makes the area heavily obscured, which invokes like the blind condition. So that can be removed by like a strong gust of wind. So yeah, I'm
a
just pretty much.
strong gust
Well,
of wind
I did
comes
say there was
along.
a strong gust of wind, but that's okay. It'll give a moment though for you to make your way there. You were close to getting there. Like,
Yeah, I did forget about the wind, but I was also under a trance.
It's
You
Yeah.
don't know.
It's all happening.
I'm like, big
It's a
toy
good call.
monster. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm out.
Is that the noise it makes? It's just like
It comes out of a whoopee cushion.
Well, we are in like this gross Toy
Toyland,
Story
yeah.
situation here.
Okay, so fog cloud goes out, you grab Cav, and you start making your way towards the tree, carefully stepping because there are more toys being like pulled towards this creature behind you. You manage to get to the tree on your turn, and you hear the creature charging behind you and like slamming its weapon into the trees around you. Like you've made your way weaving in, and it's trying to like break apart the brambles behind you. So at the end of your turn, you are basically at the mouth of the tree you were shooting for.
Okay.
It is trying to like barge its way through as it's getting bigger, bulking itself up by these trees. It's not making it easier for
more
itself.
Toys as it comes closer. Okay,
yeah. You hear them like moving through the grass and through the trees towards it. So it's just getting bigger and bigger. You're obscured in its ability to be able to get to you. So at the beginning of your turn, Cav, you are at the mouth of this tree. Okay.
Can I see anything in the tree? Like, is it just like a void space, or does it just look like the inside of a tree?
It does look like a void space. Like you see the, like you can see like the inside of the tree. It looks like a hole. You can see the like where it's been carved out. You don't necessarily know. What could I get you to roll that would get you to know anything? You could roll an investigation. You could roll Arcana if that. You don't really have a lot of arcane knowledge.
No.
So you could roll investigation to see what more you could glean from this before making a choice to go into it or not.
All right. So you're thinking investigation?
I think so.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want medicine? Do medicine roll.
No, I think it definitely investigation.
Okay.
If those are the two we're picking from. Then.
Okay. Those were the only two options. That's a 5.
Okay. It looks like a tree. It looks like a tree that's been carved out. Yeah.
Okay, how big is this? Like, is there an opening, but then there's still like a foot of tree on either side?
Yeah, no, this is a huge tree. Like it stands out in this space. Like you hadn't seen any tree
like I'm thinking
this.
like California redwood kind of size.
Yeah,
okay,
like this is a tree that is
Cathedral
very
Grove
out of
situation.
space.
Love it, even better, more local.
Canadian. Yeah.
There are thorns climbing up the outside. There's ivy dripping down it. This is a tree that is not natural here.
Okay.
So that you can glean from it. And the opening itself, like an adult, you or Bizard could easily walk into this tree.
Thrust your head in and just go, hey, you magic.
I'd like to roll a strength save and try to like pull Bizard into the tree with me and like kind of pull us around the corner so like we're at least out of sight because there's like room on the sides. Or at least in my mind, there is.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. That's a 12.
Okay. So sorry, you're pulling him around the tree?
Yeah, like in and around.
Okay.
Like if it was like a doorway, we'd be like through the door, but then against the wall, like on the other side.
Yep. You quite easily. Bizard isn't a huge.
I mean, he's not a waif, but he's not.
You yoink him in there and pull yourself around. And as you both step in, the tree suddenly like morphs around you, and you quickly find yourself in this different forest landscape. You hear the calls of animals that you can't recognize immediately. It is completely dark, like it's nighttime. There's what you can presume is a moonlight coming through the canopy of the trees, but it's like more of like a blue, almost purple light that's coming through. You hear these calls of these animals. You hear crunching of leaves off in the distance, what you can presume is the animals, and you hear echoes from somewhere of this monster that was chasing you.
That was going to be my first question.
Yeah.
The monster coming too.
Can I still hear that monster?
but it sounds like it's getting farther and farther away.
Okay.
Like at this point, it doesn't sound like it's following you.
Okay. I look over at Bizard and say, so good news. Mm-hmm. Monster problem seems taken care of.
Fantastic.
In other news, this.
Where are we?
Yep.
So it was day, now it's night.
Yep.
We went through a tree with a giant hole in it.
Mm-hmm. Different forest.
I mean, that's all sounds like magic to me.
Okay. I figured as much. I wasn't sure. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, just confirming. But I would imagine some kind of teleportation magic has occurred. Since it's in a tree, maybe something more natural, like maybe not necessarily arcane, but I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was nodding along like, I know nothing
totally,
about magic.
Totally exactly what I thought.
I was going to say the same thing, but I wanted to.
Yeah, like
check
I wanted to
with
give
you
him the
first.
chance first.
Absolutely.
So what do we do now?
Well, if this is kind of an entry point, then hopefully there'll be some kind of path that people normally take when they enter. So let's start looking around for a trail of some sort.
Love it.
Yeah. Start doing that.
So logical.
I know.
I have to play a smart boy, I guess.
He's very pragmatic.
I would get out of that tree and just be like, wow.
Monster?
That's it.
Yeah.
Marco.
Only thing is, I'm not good at survival. It's not Bizard's thing.
You are looking
Cav's
around.
very beefy, though. Maybe
Yeah.
I mean,
But can he find his way in a forest?
I don't know.
He's an office worker.
he's a city boy.
He is.
I got +2 to survival.
Okay, I'll assist you.
Excellent.
He's a scout.
Yeah, roll a survival
Absolutely.
with advantage because he's assisting you.
I mean, I probably won't need the advantage. It was a
Right.
dirty 20,
Give it 20.
but let's do. Okay, yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty
Yeah.
20 it is. All right.
Much better.
Yeah.
You begin to look around and you find quite quickly, Cav, some padded down area of this forest that looks like could have been traversed somewhat recently. And as you start to follow it and you're calling Bizard to kind of keep up with you, the path begins to move and open. Like the branches and things begin to pull themselves back from this path and create just like this straight line forward in this forest for you.
Bizarre, I think I know the answer, but like, also this is magic, right? Like
trees-
plants just normally don't do this.
Not that I've seen.
Cool.
So yeah,
Okay, yeah. I guess we're going this way.
cool. Lead the way. You.
Okay.
Yes.
Follow me.
The two of you, single file, making your way down this path as you, on the faint wind, begin to hear the sounds of a banjo playing.
Dungeons and Dragons, Season 4, Episode 15, starring Amy Moore as Alydin, Carla Maxted as Bonwyn Everbane, Tom Laird as Kavlaran Goldweave, Kyle Classett as Bizard the Wizard, and Russ Moore as your Dungeon Master. Dialogue editing and sound design of today's episode is by Russ Moore. Music is from Epidemic Sound, and sound effects are from Epidemic Sound and Boom Library. Our amazing cover art is by Matt Garbutt. And we'd like to say a huge thank you to our supporting producers, including Gabriel Lynch, Jessica Babiak, Kat Waterflame, Jacob Madden, Ongeron Kiersen, Perry Mady, Old School Gamer D, Craig Zeiss, and L.A. Branton. We'd love if you joined us today at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast for the amazing community, all the bonus content, and so much more. Patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. We'll see you over there. But until then, have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Just going to finish off this fisherman's friend here.
Which is a lozenge, just in case any listeners don't have those. It is not it's not orally pleasuring.
Wow. Important to clarify.
Important.
Look, I was a pirate for a very long time.
Oh boy.
I was a fisherman's friend.
Wrong season.
It was a little salty. Dungeons and Dragons is a Dumb Dragons production.